number one rule is that mom and dad need to sit down together, no matter what the age, and as a unit talk to the kids about what is happening. I think they need to be as clear as possible about the situation. Children have a lot of fears when their life is going to change like that. And sometimes they quit listening pretty quickly. So mom and dad need to be able to share very quickly, right at the beginning, what's going to happen, and then have some time for some questions. And the kids might not really want to talk about it anymore. So if parents can be united. And ages, I think there is a difference how you would deal with a teenager as a preschooler. But they need to know that they are loved by both parents, and they also need to know that in no way was this their fault. I know that there are some instances where divorce had to happen, and there are lots of different circumstances, but in general, if there's some way that the children can be at one house for an extended period of time before they go to the other house. I know of some children that rotate houses either every 24 hours or every 48 hours, and it's just hard on them because they never get to settle and relax and be somewhere for any length of time. So I think if it's possible, and sometimes financially it's not, but if it's possible, and both the homes have stuff that belongs to the children so that they don't have to be little suitcase people, so they don't have to be traveling. They will go back and forth, but they don't have to feel like they've always got a suitcase or a backpack in their hands. So if they can have their own stuff at both houses. There's a fear sometimes that one of the parents is going to be the Disneyland parent. Like they get them on the fun every other weekend and 2 weeks in the summer, and it's all fun and games, and the other parent's the one that does the homework, puts them to bed on time. So if there's any way for the parents to communicate and work it out, so there's a little bit more feeling of fairness in that, so that if they're at the parents on the weekend that doesn't have the homework, but maybe they can keep up with the bedtime schedule or the chore schedule, something so that one house doesn't look boring and one house look like fun. Children should never be the messenger. They shouldn't be taking messages back and forth between mom and dad. They really shouldn't know about finances. They really shouldn't know if mom's not paying her part of the child support. They really need to remain children, and all of the divorce type issues really need to stay among the adults. And I know that's hard, but the adults I talked to whose parents divorced when they were children, the ones that seem to have come out of it healthy, are those that really had no idea who paid child support and no idea what the ugliness of the divorce consisted of. It was just mom and dad can't live together anymore. There are going to be some pretty typical reactions. There's going to be some sadness, there's going to be some anger, there will be some maybe withdrawing, but I think if any of those things are really intense and last for a long period of time, I think you need to seek help. For instance, if a child reverts to bedwetting for a long period of time, or if they begin to notice really severe changes in sleep patterns or eating patterns, if they begin to see grades drop at school, some truancy issues, just some behaviors that are not typical of their child, and they last longer than the, 6 months to a year even of transition. But if they continue, and I don't think it ever hurts for a family to get some professional help anyway, to guide them through that transition, because that's a huge transition. Even if they all feel healthy, I just think it's good to have an outside person that they can bounce stuff off of to give them guidance.